Hello and welcome back to part 3 of the guest announcements for Gallifrey One 2017. This is Midnight Who Blog and I'm Patrick. So we're going to start out with Sam Watts. He is the music composer for the entire run of the Sarah Jane Adventures. Dominic Glynn is a television composer for the Doctor Who Season 23 Trial of a Time Lord theme music. Nick Abadzis. He is he creates stories. It doesn't really say a whole lot as far as what sort of stories. He writes for the 10th Doctor series of the Titan comics. Rachel Stott is a comic book artist. She's been working on the 12th Doctor series of Titan comics. Simon Fisher Becker, who was there in 2012, and it says, "No one who was with us in 2012 will ever forget Simon Fisher Becker's memorable pronouncement about the question that must never be answered during our closing ceremonies. And we're thrilled to welcome him back in 2017 for a return visit." He was Dorian Maldivar and the Fat Friar in Harry Potter. He was Dorian Maldivar in Doctor Who and the Fat Friar in Harry Potter and the Philosopher's Stone. So that's cool. I didn't know that he was going to be there. Nicholas Pegg has been one of the primary Dalek operators since 2005. Barnaby Edwards he's the principal Dalek operator since 2005. And plays Paul Hunt in the Cybermen series of audios. Nicholas Briggs is most of the voice. He does the voices for the Daleks and the Cybermen in the newer Doctor Who series. Howard Burden, he's a costume designer, working through the Matt Smith and Capaldi years, from Asylum of the Daleks through Death in Heaven. We have a son of a former Doctor going to be there, Michael Troughton, who is, of course, Patrick Troughton's son. And this is at least his second year here, because he was there in 2012 as well. He played Professor Albert in the Last Christmas episode, or in the episode The Last Christmas. So, Jimmy V is an actor and stunt performer. And I do believe that he was... he was the actor who played Banacafalata in the Voyage of the Damned episode. Prentice Hancock is he was the captain in the Ribos operation. He was Salamar in The Planet of Evil, and Weber or Vaber in the Planet of the Daleks episodes of Doctor Who. Danny Webb is a stage and screen actor. He was Jefferson in the 2006 episode The Impossible Planet and the Satan Pit, alongside David Tennant. Played D.I. Carter in Sherlock. And Gallifrey One will be his first appearance in North America. So it's going to be the first time he's come to a convention in North America. Matt Irvine. He was a visual effects designer and director for BBC. And it's for almost 3 decades now. He was part of the FX team on the first story that introduced K9, the Invisible Enemy, and he modified it for Warriors Gate, K9 and Company, School Reunion, and the Sarah Jane Adventures as well. Roger Murray Leach is a set designer for Doctor Who, starting back in the Tom Baker years. He created some of the alien worlds and period locales and space environs in stories such as The Ark in Space, Planet of Evil, The Deadly Assassin, and The Talons of Wing Chang, which I'm probably always going to mispronounce that until I actually watch the episode and find out how it's pronounced. Anyway, just looked at the time, so the last guest I'm going to announce for this video, and then I'll finish it up in the next one, is June Hudson. She is the costume designer during the latter half of Tom Baker era, who I don't think it was her that did the red scarf, but the last half of the Tom Baker era before the red scarf, I believe, was her work. She did most of the costume work for Romana when she was played by Layla Ward, and was also a costume designer on Blake 7 and Survivors until she left BBC in 1990 and was working in other places as well. So that is all for this episode, and I'll see you in the next one, which will probably be filmed somewhere else, because I don't think I'm going to have time allotted in the storage space to film the other 15 or so guests there are left. So, have a nice night, and I'll see you in the next one.